friends.
Now, it would be great if your name was Elvira.
I mean, did you know I played Elvira once? Well, on Halloween.
You mean
did?
Yes, and I sang a little cover song.
Fantastic.
Things you find out at 6 a.m.
Do you have a costume pick for this year, or have you grown up past that?
Well, I just wonder if, you know, you and Steve can do a little OT, little overtime,
Sure.
and help me pick my costumes. Right now, big crowd pleaser is the Dallas Cowboy cheerleader one.
Okay.
Right.
That's pretty good.
right.
Then there's Angry Birds. Not as flattering.
A lot of feathers.
And then my favorite, Snow White.
Okay, so folks out there in TV land, vote on which costume Kimberly should be. Should it be the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, the Angry Birds, or Snow White?
Yeah.
All right. All right, and don't be afraid to send her the costume. She doesn't really want to spring for it.
Exactly.
All right, 2 minutes now after the hour. We have a ton of
sure
news.
somebody could do some photoshopping.
Right.
All right, we got, and not only did people leave, but there was a heckler too, talking about immigration.
And they
Anyway,
say-
he had a bad weekend, although he was able to spend 5 hours on the golf course with Tony Kornheiser.
Democrats want to have a comeback and hold on to the Senate. They have to turn out the African-American vote, and that wasn't a good sign yesterday. No. Meanwhile, at 9 minutes after the hour, Heather Nauert back with us this morning.
Good morning.
Hello,
Hope you guys
Heather.
had a great weekend. It's great to be back with you. And Kimberly, nice to see you on the front end of the day and the back end. Happened to you back in your single days,
She's not a chimney sweep, she's a chimney creep.
There you
crazy.
go.
Can't make that up.
She should have Criscoed herself up nice before she went.
I think ultimately that was probably her plan.
Grab the animal fat.
All right.
Yeah.
Crazy news. Heather, thank you very much. 13 minutes exactly past the top of the hour. Coming up on this Monday.
All right. And forget your credit cards. You can pay. I'd like to be March.
So as the investigation has been launched, the maker of it says it's a harmless pinup entertainment that over the years has helped raise awareness. By the way, for those of you who joined us at the top of the 6 o'clock hour, Kimberly revealed she was she's struggling over which costume that she owns to be this Halloween. Right now, the
Tough
Dallas
questions.
Cowboy cheerleader outfit is leading Angry Birds or Snow White. She owns all 3 of the costumes.
Yeah, there you go.
It could be a three-day weekend for you. It could be a 3-day extravaganza.
If I can get invited to 3 parties.
Yeah, if you would like to vote, go onto our Facebook page and vote on Kimberly's Halloween costume.
All right.
All right, Heather Nauert.
Where do I go from there? Kimberly, you look like Snow White, though.
Thank
I'd love to see you
you.
dress up
Yeah,
as Snow
I'd
White.
love Snow White.
Fantastic. And I know you guys will be leading the investigation into
Absolutely.
those bikini models. Absolutely.
We put our best men on it.
All right. I do have some serious news to with your kids.
Well, with
True,
me,
right?
here's the
I mean-
problem. We think we're doing well, but we're failing at all levels.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
You think you're up to date in your conversations and your homework and everything else, but you're not.
Multitasking.
That's a lot of distractions for kids these days.
No kidding.
And for adults.
Speaking of adults, All right, coming up, send in the troops to Pentagon orders. There you go. We had a little foul up with the teleprompter. As you could see,
We're
the
gonna
guy
get to that story in a second.
guy was on live TV and he was being interviewed, and over his shoulder, as you saw right there, a guy.
Flash attack.
Looks like he was just trying to get a shot.
And now we're going to get back to it because we wanted it to begin with. It's what you always wanted. A Fox News alert.
Solve a bunch of cases all at once if this is the guy.
And the reason was because his DNA was not in the database to begin with. And this is a guy who's had a couple of, rape arrests as well in the back, in his
Really?
past. Yeah. So now he's in the database, and hopefully they can connect some cold cases.
All right, 27 minutes now before the top of the hour. Heather joins us with some headlines.
Good morning. We've got some other news going on I want to tell you about this morning. Ladies can have anything you want.
Right.
Well, we don't know who authorized it, and they're doing an investigation.
I can't fault the guys for that.
Yeah, the other thing is, if you drive a tank, don't leave the keys in it, because that's what happens. They do a photo shoot.
Or like under the wheel.
Yeah.
It's a
Sure,
bad,
check under the
bad
right on the top of the track.
situation. The hide a key.
We asked you what you thought about it. Your comments have been pouring in all morning.
Yes, well, Jim tweeted
To Facebook, or you could tweet us, or you could email us. In the meantime, out to the streets of New York City, she's a
marking yet another wild one on Wall Street, and economists are saying this week could be just as unstable. So with investors still on edge, what can we expect? Well, joining
D. You got to swipe that up
very
there.
complicated in this building. Well, coming up, brothers in arms during Vietnam reunite after decades.
Going to put Peyton Manning over the top.
Oh
I think
my
he's going
God,
to
I'm crying inside because of the Niners, but happy for him. Finally, results are in. What should I wear for Halloween? 65% of you saying Dallas Cowboys cheerleader outfit, 29% with Heather's pick, Snow White, and only 6% for the Angry Bird costume.
What about our controller? That's good math.
Yeah, not bad.
And the reason she selected those 3 costumes is because you actually own all 3.
Right? There you go. Yeah, I do. Big yellow one is so cute.
Will she listen to America? Find out on the internet.